What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here with part 2 of the AI Limit demo. Apparently this is only available through Monday, or to Monday, so be sure to check it out now if you're interested in Souls-likes that have kind of a Code Vein look to them, a very anime-inspired look to them. It's a nice environment. They've done well to build on a pretty interesting world as well. And more than anything, the combat is pretty solid, so really excited about that. Haven't experienced any performance this year so far, so we're going to wrap up the demo today and then enter the boss rush mode and hopefully kick the ass of all the bosses that present themselves to us. So really excited about getting this started. Let's go ahead and jump right in. And sorry if I'm a few minutes late. We started cooking a little bit later because we had to go to the grocery store and then come up with something. So I just finished eating like 2 seconds ago.
Could have become a blader like you. However, its desire for destruction, engendered throughout years of work, has eventually consumed it. Desire for destruction.
Is she talking about lore or the chick that came at me?
Are generated and
Ellen, what's going on, Ellen? How are you?
from the consciousness that flows within the mud. Yet, when overwhelmed by emotions, they succumb to madness. Though it made valiant efforts, it failed to evade its doomed fate.
That must have been lore that they're referring to then.
For granting it the final redemption.
No doubt.
May the branch guide your path.
We got metastability. Metastability, I guess. I'm thinking metastasize. Metastability. Information I have. Okay, normal seal. Can't we equip different seals? Oh wow, the absorption rate's higher, but our retention rate drops a bit. Wow. The nucleus of a void entity has deteriorated and lost its blader form. It contains a strong destructive will, resulting in a distortion in its crystal structure. So that's actually not better, and it's worse in every way. So I don't think I'd equip that. Matthias says, "Hey, Inhuman, been waiting for this. I have my snacks and dip ready. Decided against popcorn this time." Nice. Ellen says, "I'm good. How was your dinner?" It was delicious. We had, so we're definitely starting to eat a little bit healthier. We always cook, but we've just kind of wanted to start doing a few more things for. We're coming up on our 10-year anniversary, so we want to do pictures and all that. So we want to be in tip-top shape, and of course, we want our organs to continue and not fail on us. So we've been trying to eat a little better, and we got a few different things. And I love fish. I eat a lot of fish, but not everybody else enjoys it as much as I do. But we got some rainbow trout fillets, and we just had some green beans. Just made it real nice and easy. Something quick too, because we started cooking at 7, and I just barely finished eating. So I was like, that should be just enough time. But yeah, where did I get the meta stability? What is that exactly? But it was good. It was very tasty. Meta stability. What is that? Where is that? Why is that? I think on my main playthrough, I'm probably not going to use a greatsword, to be honest. I'm going to go for probably more strength. A technique or dexterity type build. So more than likely, we'll be doing like dual swords. We got a blade visor. Do I have that on? I guess so. Here you go. Okay, so this is a stability plus 30. It's a seal of newborn. Okay. And this is stability plus 50. I don't know how to equip it. Possibly at the branch. I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you for asking, Ellen. It was delicious. It was, oh man. I love fish, so I could eat fish every day. I already leveled up. Teleport enhance. I'm not sure what the metastability thing is. I don't know how to equip it. Well, we got the headwear. Oh, nice. I like that. Very nice. I'm still not quite certain what to do with the metastability item. That's quite odd. Seals. So somewhere I need to understand where to switch your seals. I don't see anything like that here. Okay, well, no worries. It doesn't matter, right? Is this the demo after all? Shayla says, hey, what's going on, Shayla? I love fish as well, says Ellen. Yeah, fish is just delicious. Depending on how you cook it, too. A lot of people kind of, in my opinion, stay really safe with fish. And you'll see, at least in my area, 3 types of fish. You'll see garlic and butter and herb or whatever. You'll see lemon zest, and you'll see maybe Cajun-style fish if you're feeling frisky, you know? But there's so many different things you can do with fish. Like I like pesto with fish. You could also do like honey glaze and orange. You can do, I mean, there's so many different things you can do with it that are just a lot of fun. And it makes, if you're eating the same type of meat, you want to be able to change it up so you trick yourself and thinking like, okay, I'm not eating the exact same thing every day, right? But not that we're eating rainbow trout every day, but it's just more so if you're eating kind of the same types of meats and you're accustomed to eating out and doing that kind of thing, you want to really diversify the tastes in the same few meats you can work with, you know, because I don't eat pork. I only eat chicken, fish, and beef. And so, you know, you're limited to those 3, so you want to make sure you always church it up a little bit. Okay, so I was going to just jump there for some reason. I don't know why. Shayla says, oh, hold on, I missed something up here. Matthias says, not too long ago, my wife and I tried salmon burgers for the first time. Let's just say we had to buy lemon pepper seasoning to tolerate and eat them. Oh, no. I love salmon. We do salmon patties as well. There's so many good things you can do with them. Shayla says, I watched someone doing a boss rush with spells, and one of them made the boss fight a joke. Nice. Boss rush with spells. Huh. So at this point, Shayla, I think I only have 1 spell, which is the railgun. And if you probably spec into railgun, the damage you do per hit is pretty extensive. It's like 200 plus damage. So and your range is phenomenal. So I can only imagine that would make it pretty easy too. I'm gonna contemplate kind of how to best, you know, create the easiest and most fun build for the actual guide. But on my playthrough, I'm probably gonna go very heavy on the parries. And just for fun, you know, just kind of my play style. But when it comes to, you know, creating a guide, I definitely want to make it more, you know, user friendly, if you will. What a beautiful. This reminds me of like Judge Dredd, you know, like the inner city or whatever. That's the only area that's safe. Thank you for playing, probably, right? Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I heard people complaining about the visuals, but again, I'm like, it's definitely going for like a semi kind of cell shaded type look, you know. That's it, guys. The stream is over. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't leave. Please don't leave. Congratulations, you have completed the demo version of AI Limit. Boss challenge mode has been unlocked. Please access it from the main menu. I shall. In this mode, you can challenge a mid-game boss, Hunter of Bladers, in the official version of AI Limit, and experiment with the various weapons, spells, sets, as well as a comprehensive array of frame activities and seals. All items available in this mode are customized for this mode and do not entirely reflect the content of the official version of the game. In this mode, you may use Notepad to check the tutorials for new abilities. Your game progress in this mode is not saved. Once you finish the challenge, you can re-enter it via the main menu and accept the challenge again. Well, if there's ass to kick, then I'm here to kick it. Shayla says, from what I can see, Boss Rush, you can just play around with different builds. That's perfect. I want to go for a dual sword type build. Do I need a rest to kind of like register everything, or? Oh, this was the seal thing. Okay, so I just didn't have that option. So I don't care about health. Stability is huge. Physical defense, fire. Okay, I'll probably, what is this? Stability plus 64. There you go. So we get a little bit of everything. Conversion plus 24 when secret's above 70. So, oh, yeah, that's great. Okay, well, I like whatever it's at. The seals are good. Materialism is the name of this sword. It looks pretty cool. It's a katana or katana. And we have corrupted blader swords. Okay. How do you change weapons again? Not like that. Let's check out the moveset real quick. Matthias says, people complain just to complain, lol. Evidently, they have nothing better to do with their lives and are presumably bored. Just kidding. People are awesome. Yes, the PC thing. People are great. Everyone's awesome. Okay, how do I change weapons? No. It's got to be one of these buttons, damn it. You know what I'll do, because I suck at the game? We're going to do this. Okay, I like that. R2 kind of sucks. That's okay, though. I can work with it. I'm not a big fan of that. That's fine, though. That costs stamina. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. There's a way to change weapons. I just don't remember how to do it. It's fine. It's probably triangle. It is triangle. Of course it's triangle. I said it's probably triangle because I saw the little click. I guess I don't need it. I'd rather have one sword at a time. We could go katana. We could go... I don't know. I'm just not familiar with this style. That's okay, though. We can rock with it. We got the parry as well. Good old triangle. Okay, let's go kill stuff. Let me see if I remember. Okay, X is to sprint. This is to dodge. L2 is the other one. Ooh. Hunter of Bladers. Hey, mama. Oh! Okay. We don't want to keep her at this range, because, yeah, she's going to do that crap. That was scary. Oh, that hurt. Okay. I'm going to parry those. I think those are parryable. That's cool looking. Okay, probably can't parry it when it's on fire, though. What the hell? Where'd she go? She, like, disappeared for a little bit. Okay. I'm also not sure if I'm convinced that I like this weapon. I'm not sure I like this weapon. I thought it would be a little different. I'm not totally against it. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm in love with it, you know? Let's see here. So let's just see what these weapons do. These seem to be better in like every way. Where was materialism? And the impact drill. Wow, these are like heavy special weapons or something. The Blader Greatsword, which we were using to begin with. And then I'll figure out the katana. Let's figure this out for a second. So we'll do... That's the same, it looks like. Let me just double check. It's not the same. That's actually way different. These are different types of weapons. Okay, so they classify as way different. So let me see here. Let me just select this. Yeah, like the symbol's a bit different. That's also different. I don't know if that's just the magic skill, but... You would think dual swords would be dual swords, but the movesets are vastly different. Yeah, I don't like this moveset at all, so I could probably rock with this. And we'll remove this for now. If I need to use the tried and true method of the Great Blade, then I will certainly do that. But let's just figure out her moveset for now. She seems fun. Oh, okay. I pressed X again. I'm going to keep pressing X. I was just playing Kazan not too long ago, so actually like right before, while I was eating. Oh, lovely. That's what I want to parry right there. We're going to parry that next. Okay, kick, and then there's a pause. I see. Man, she can cover some ground. Whoa, that didn't even do anything. Okay. So she requires a bit more than that, it seems. I'm anticipating everything, and that's terrible whenever you're trying to parry. My range is a little... I need to adjust to it, so... much shorter than I'm used to. That was a grab, apparently. All I'm doing is healing. Taking hits here. Okay. Problem with that is the range. I want to be able to parry her and instantly be within range. The blade gave me, the great blade or whatever it was, gave me some of that, but not everything I needed. Oh, this has electricity damage. That's pretty cool. And the longsword. Let's just see what kind of moveset we're rocking with here. Very, very basic moveset. This is like the rusty sword moveset, actually. More of a fencer type moveset there. Okay. And then where is my blade or greatsword? Let's try this for now just because I'm used to it. Oh, Inhuman, remember how I told you about my idea for a new horror story earlier about God basically giving up on his own creature and deciding that if humans chose to be evil and hateful, they become monsters or whatever? Yeah. I told you, it's probably watch. It's on Amazon Prime right now. Bad timing. I want to parry that one too. Oh, my back. I'm running away. Okay. And if I can't parry here before long, I'll just go with the good old dodge maneuver, but we're getting our butts whooped. Yeah, he might as well let them physically turn to monsters. And I was thinking like it would be really cool if they represented like the kind of vice they had, you know? Ow. So she backs up first every time. I could have got her there. Got the fire sword now. Lovely. I'm dodging backwards. What I'm doing is I'm trying to do like a recovery dodge, you know, like where you can roll. I don't know if you can do that in this game. It seems like when you do a recovery, you go straight back. So next time I get knocked on my back, I do want to test that. Because I wanted to go to the right or laterally, because dodging back is not going to help. But she covers a huge amount of distance. Lovely. Oh, I have no health already. Lovely. That's why they wanted a fire resistance, it seems. I saw the fire resistance seal. I was like, why is that? Getting whooped up on. Okay. I definitely feel too slow. I'm not moving fast enough, not reacting fast enough. And then looks like I'm a sitting duck because I'm stuck healing most of the round, trying to fit in these parries. So maybe we just go for a little different route here. I love that. She starts off so aggressively. That's good. 5-hit combo. Okay. Nice. Could go for the parry next time on that. Something that's real clean like that we might want to go for. That's alright. You can roll to the side. Okay, perfect. Huge delays. It's 1, 2, and then it's like pause, 3, 4, pause, 5. Matthias says, well, another reason I thought of the idea, I think, is because I heard a theory that actually there's been several floods where God wiped out humanity just not once to start over and start from scratch because humanity keeps messing up. That is an interesting theory, but I can't say I agree with it in the slightest, because that would imply that God makes mistakes, and he doesn't, because he's perfect. So, the free will is the reason why we're, kind of in the situation we are in now. But even so, even after the very first sin was committed, God made a plan to right things. So the very first prophecy was actually in Genesis. I know people like to talk about revelations and revelations this and revelations that, but the first prophecies, there's prophecies all throughout the Bible, but Genesis was the first. And God says what he's going to do to kind of right side humanity after Adam and Eve's, tomfoolery. Alright, time to focus. Ooh, I didn't get that timing either. That's disappointing. Okay, this is where I'm a little afraid. I don't know what spell I have, but okay, interesting. I was like, let me just try it. That's the one. Okay, so she teleports, dashes, then puts her arms behind her. That's so many baiting or dodge baiting maneuvers. That's a lot. Okay. That is quite a lot. Yeah, humanity, we always find a way to mess things up, but trust me, nothing we can do is bigger than the big man himself. No! Okay, I'm dead. But still, interesting theory, I suppose. Well, she's hard. Let's fool around with some different weapons just for fun, because we're going to be here for a little bit. The rusty pipe. How big is this? Alright, I'm going to hit her with a pipe. That'll teach her. Oh, I couldn't get up. No! Never dodge backwards. When a boss is lunging at you. Just want to hit her with a pipe. Bonk. It sounds like something from Clue. It was the blader with a pipe in the giant boss arena room. Oh, bad timing. Okay, I went for the parry there way late and it showed. Wait, you didn't do your combo. Why didn't you do the rest of the combo? Oh, she changed it up. Okay, I see. Yikes, I'm in trouble. I don't like your dual swords, madam. That's 3 maneuvers to get me. I don't even know. I mean, the healing windows are so small, which just means that the attack windows are that small. Shayla says, I took my oldest son with me to vote. He was so nervous for some reason. That's interesting. I was going to ask how that went, like, how everything was, how, if it went smoothly and all that. Let's change our weapon. This weapon sucks. He was all nervous. That's funny. Matthias says, it just interests me, these crazy theories that people come up with. I agree. They're very entertaining and interesting. For sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Matthias says, I believe I saw that on the Y-Files. That's the only time I'll mention somebody else's channel in chat. Oh, I didn't even know what that was. I guess that's a play on the X-Files. Very clever, very clever. A little on the nose. Matthias says, really, he was nervous? Maybe by his choice of just... Yeah, I think that, the way that it's... like those types of things are portrayed, like it's always like right or wrong or good or bad, right, justice versus evil. It's like, I don't know, man. So I can definitely see why he would be, why he could have those feelings. Oh, a knight's lance. It's called a lance. That is slow. Wow, that's slow. I like it though. It looks cool. I'm not sure which weapon I like the most yet in terms of the moveset. There's a lot of varied movesets. So I'm not really sure what I'm feeling. Not sure which one I like. I feel slow. I feel at a huge disadvantage with a lot of the ones I've been picking. Lovely. I don't know if I can parry that, I wonder. She is tough, that's for sure. Yeah, it was the first time. Yeah, for sure. You know, I can definitely understand that. That it's a little nerve-wracking, you know? What is this? I want to see what this does. Wait, did I not equip it? Ooh, these are cool. And they have bombs attached to them. That's fun. Okay, let's try this. Now, what does this do? It's always electricity. Okay, never mind. That's the... Ooh. See, I feel like I'm not moving fast enough, you know? Oh, gosh. What? Why'd she do that? She's like, oh, you're not fast enough. I'll come to you then. I feel so slow and stiff, and I don't know why that is. I'm just coming off of Kazan. Nice parry. She punished me. Indeed. Oh, okay. I guess they don't want you to have drills on your hand the whole time. So they're going to have to figure out what they want to do with that animation for sure. Okay, let's start learning her moveset. No more fooling around. It's a vertical slash. Okay. Another vertical slash without fire. And the timings, man, oh my gosh. Even Lore, the actual boss of the demo, he had tons and tons of moves. Oh, we can change our armor. Let's look. I want to look really cool. Osprey ponytail. The clergy headwear. That looks sick. I love that. We'll do that. Alright, and then we're going to stick with a weapon after this. I'm cool with the katana. Let's see what kind of spells we have. Railgun. I like the railgun a lot. One of the basic necro spells. Okay. Lightning hammer. Partial reconstruction. Oh, it restores health. Okay, that's a lot of health though, and a lot of sync. Uses a lot of sync actually. Sync cost 30. Fire damage and electrification. Well, she deals fire, so we probably want something that can combat that, right? Replenishes mud energy, increases sync rate. We definitely want the mud balls. We definitely want... Poison probably wouldn't hurt. Actually, my bad, guys. My bad. I'm thinking. Can't imagine the flame would hurt her much. Broken branch. Tell us what you expect to the branch. Okay, cool. Well, let's just have some fun. Let's have some fun. I wonder if those replenish. I doubt that they do. Matthias says, oh, Inhuman, I was thinking about what you said about the idea of people changing into monsters in accordance to their sins. And that reminded me of the movie 8mm from Nicolas Cage and the dark web of evil that he was dragged into. And I was thinking I would have to take my mind to some really dark places for those sins and sins people commit. Yeah, no doubt. Have you ever seen the movie Seven? It's also a great movie. Seven is a really good movie. Really, really dark. Too early? Too early? Golly. She's a pain in the ass. I'm still kind of, as you can tell, I'm vacillating between should I parry and rely on that, or should I go for a more like standard approach and go for the dodges, but as you can tell, I haven't quite figured it out yet, have I? Closes the distance, very nice. Might die before I even get a strike on her. Five-hit combo. Dodged too early there. Dodged backwards there. Dodged at the wrong time there. Dodged far too early there. She's an absolute mess. And what's in the box? What's in the box? I love that part. I was like, oh, Brad, I'm sorry, Brad. I'm sorry, Brad. Ellen Foster says, yes, she is. She is a heart. She's very I'm getting destroyed. Also, it doesn't help that I'm changing my tactics every other time, so I'm not doing the thing I would normally do and adopting the strategy of just learning her moveset. Her introductory attack is pretty consistent at the very least. It's always the darts, and then she might close the distance, she might not. I dodged too early there, but I got lucky with the angle. It's a two-hit combo there. Kick. I didn't have time to parry. Another kick, but that's the parryable one. That's just the two-hit combo. I still dodged too early, and I waited for her little animations, but didn't pay off that time. It's okay. Oh, what are you, Lady Maria? Get out of here with your fire swords. And just let it be known, there's probably a phase 2. Yeah, that's the one that I just take all the bait in that 5-hit combo. She disappears, lunges forward, pulls her swords back, and those are 3 opportunities for you to take the bait. Yes, I've seen 7. I hated that movie. Oh no. Red Hot Dilly Peppers. Thank you for following. Hope you're enjoying so far. Shayla says, I hated that movie. It was dark. Was it just too dark and gruesome, Shayla, or was it just like not your cup of tea? Matthias says, really, you hated it? If I may I be so inclined to ask? Oh, I totally was inclined. I'm sorry, Shayla. I just was like, tell me why. I just want to know, is it just not your cup of tea, too gruesome, or is it the premise? What is it? Any of those are valid and right. Okay, wait, I anticipated, and see, I took the bait again. Here I should be going for the parry. I should go for the parry as well. Vertical strike. That's to close the... Okay, she baits that to close the distance. Oh, she's a jerk, and I dodged too early there. She's gonna go Super Saiyan. I could probably parry that, actually. I'm gonna die here if I don't survive this flurry. I could probably parry that, too. See, if it has the white line, I'm like, it's parryable. You fool! She got me. I don't have enough time to parry that. No! 5-hit combo, of course. I'm gonna try and parry this. Missed! That's okay, she only did her 2-hit combo. You can't do the whole flurry, can you? Haha! Alright, we're going for phase 2 now? Yep. That's okay. That's alright. Ah, you jerk. What is she doing? Is she like giving herself sync rate? I'm assuming? That's the 5-hit combo there, yeah. Dodge to the side. Okay, I hadn't seen that one. That's just her spin, so it looks very similar to every single one of her other attacks. Because she uses Batu Jitsu. No, Batu Jitsu, I don't know. She uses like her taking out the sword from the sheath a lot. And that throws me off. I can't remember the word for it. Every attack kind of starts from the same stance. Ah. I dodged too early there. She always tries to punish that, so that's fine. I should have parried that, it's okay. Definitely should have parried that one. Can't close the distance if we're this close, huh? Can ya? Oh, that was gross. Gross! That's the attack I don't like. What? Where'd my sound go? I took all the bait there, so that's my bad. You almost had her. Ugh, not really. I was the best I've done, but I wasn't confident that I'd beat her that time. Not because of like a lack of confidence, just because I didn't know what she was capable of in her second phase. And it's really not much other than possibly like medicating herself and stuff. I didn't see too many differences, so. So that's interesting. Shayla said probably the box. That the box was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I respect that. I respect that. No opening attack, huh? Okay. Are we gonna do the thing or not? You're gonna do your you're gonna do your 5-hit combo. That I know. A little too early there for me. I need to heal, but I'm also very aggressive for no reason. See if we get her. Oh, I thought that was perfect timing. But that's a grab. Okay, so now we know. Don't ever go for that. I had no clue that was a grab. I forgot about that. It's my fault. Okay, I thought she was going to go for the stomp. She did not. That is so annoying. I should have parried that. It's my bad. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Oh, that always interrupts me. I try and punish that move, and then she ends up just interrupting my maneuver. I mean, now we know what that looks like, the spin. I don't know if I can parry that. Yeah, not sure I can parry that one. Not quite sure. Matai says, yeah, that was probably one of the hardest and most heartbreaking things I've ever had to watch in movies alongside the ending to The Mist. The Mist was tough. That was a tough one for me, too. Shayla says, I mean, I love Criminal Minds, which can be extremely dark, but the episodes mostly end well. So it lightens the darkness, and there's a bit of comic relief in there, too. True. Very true. Ellen says, almost had her. We're getting closer. I'm starting to learn the moveset, but I'm also not using all of my abilities. I'm just kind of going for straight, you know, kind of just dodge and hit, which is fine. It's just a little simplified, but it's better this way because you can learn a lot more from this than relying purely on your skills and stuff. You know, not skills, but abilities or whatnot. You have to rely on your skills. That's not a problem. But I don't want to rely on my abilities too much because I'm getting my butt whooped. And I died. See, that delay is just killer. You'll know, especially if you've ever watched my Elden Ring playthroughs and things like that. Bosses that just kind of stay in that, like, prepared to attack kind of stance, or they're, like, reeling their arms back or whatever for, like, way longer than normal, that will always get me. You know what we can do, though? We can always buff our weapon. That's not a bad thing. Get some additional damage. I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. Dodged too early there, and it cost me. Dodged too early there again. She doubled up on that. That's insane. Okay. Now we know. Gotta be a little more patient. She's gonna hit me in the face, yeah. Figured as much. She might go for it, yeah. Closing the distance. And I jumped right in the way of that. Dodge to the side, we're gonna heal. I was gonna dodge forward, but the heal's a little slower than I anticipated. Heal again, dodge to the side. There you go. The buff lasts for a good long while, I like it. That's the spin attack we need to start watching for. Now the buff has worn out. See if we can get her. She's gonna dodge this, but going for it anyways. She didn't do the 5th hit of that combo, which is great. Two-hit combo there now. That's a change. I dodged right in front of it. I took all the bait. So surprisingly, I think her damage resistance comes up a bit on phase 2 because that parry didn't do anything for her. Gotta light up the darkness, Bob Marley. Indeed. That Viscera, it was cool, but it didn't do much. It didn't do a ton of damage, surprisingly. And I forgot how to play the game there for a second. The same thing happened there. I couldn't decide if I wanted to roll or if I wanted to parry. I had all the heals in the world, too. That's unfortunate. With 2 more heals, that would have been it. And honestly, me healing at these terrible times is just not going to cut it, so we'll just take the death. I'm healing immediately after taking damage, which is, we know, a no-no. You gotta heal within an opportunity where you could technically strike. That's the only safe opportunity to heal. Otherwise, you get hit in the face again. Alright, let's do this. Lovely. Wonder if I can parry those again. I'm gonna try. I guess I should try. The visual just makes it kind of scary. If she's just walking around, that's also a good time. I love dodging in front of that attack for some reason. Too early. That was, I thought, the perfect timing, but it wasn't, apparently. Yeah, hit me twice with that one. I think she's probably gonna do it again, actually. There's gotta be a position that's safe from that. I just don't know where it's at yet. And that, you just go behind her. So that's my bet. Spin is crazy. I like it though. It's a good attack. Matthias says, Inhuman, random question. Have you ever read the book by Richard Matheson, I Am Legend? I haven't read the book, but I've seen the movie. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. Alright. Dodge. Too early? Just right. Too early. She'll do the kick. Nope, she won't. That's the spin. Okay, I gotta recognize that. Up close, it's a little harder. Yeah, I'm dead. Fighting up against a wall, probably not the best in most Souls-likes because the camera gets a little wonky. So you lose track, and then of course, those are all your visual cues. I don't have any audio cues really from her. They all sound like shing, shing, shing. So they don't necessarily help me that much. Gotta get better at dodging that. Same with that one too. Lovely. We won't die yet though, because we're stubborn. She got all her sync back after all that. Okay, if she just sits there for a minute, even if I go behind her, that is certainly the spin. No! Okay, that was too close. It's alright, we need to heal as soon as we can here. She's tough. She sure is tough. Honestly, out of all the weapons I use, the katana was one of my favorites. I would probably find the weapon that has the same moveset. Obviously, what was it called? Materialization or mercilessness or whatever the hell. That would probably be a weapon we find a little bit later on, or at least a weapon type we find later on. But that is something that I want to learn. I want to understand the different movesets of each of the weapons. So katana flip. See, that's the thing. Like, there's so many different move or weapon types. That throws me off. And it has an excellent range, so it covers my range, and then the damage is it's fine. It's not. I don't think it's the highest dealing, but it's definitely decent. So that's interesting. Matthias says, in my opinion, the book was better than... That's really not surprising. Yeah, the book is usually pretty better. Yeah. Shayla agrees. Books are generally better than movies. Matthias says, you got this. Shayla says, let's go. Matthias says, GG's. Well deserved and fought victory. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. It wasn't clean, so I'm not proud of it. And although I was quiet, I wasn't upset at all. This boss doesn't feel unfair at it by any means. It's just because I've been playing so many different games. I'm mixing up the control scheme, so it was just a sloppy fight. So not my favorite fight, but it's a good boss fight. Just not one that I was proud of winning. But I was focused. That's why I was so quiet. Let me see. I'm just trying to figure out. So that's jab and impale. That's obviously going to have... Maybe we can tell the type of weapon from this. This is like a bludgeon. This is like a regular sword maybe. But see, these have different movesets. Let me just double check here. Let's do the R2. The R2 is going to be the test. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, that's the rapier kind of... That's a good weapon too. So I think the special attacks indicate the kind of weapon you have. So smite, that's just for the sake of simplifying things. Let's call this a bludgeon type weapon. That has a very distinct moveset. And the R2s, to me, kind of indicate that, right? Like the R2 is what I'm basing all this off of. These are the same, the rapier type weapons. These are, let's see, really awesome dexterity type weapons. This dashing slash. So this one also has that. Let's see. Now, the other weapons, yeah, the one that I thought was really cool looking, the ones I have equipped here, they also have. That's interesting. They also have the same dashing slash aerial whirlwind kind of thing. So that doesn't indicate that at all. So that's weird. I'm trying to find a way because, like, there's two different sets of dual swords. That's really interesting. This great sword here is actually different from this. So, like, if I do the moveset, we'll do the R2. It's just a nice... I love that, by the way. I use that quite a bit. The lance is clearly a different weapon type than, like, the glaive or whatever we're using. But that's interesting. And the materialism is the katana, and then this is, like, the dual, like, blade. So, I mean, there could be, at least as far as we can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different types of weapons, which is awesome. So, really awesome. Matthias says, what she said. Ellen Fawcett says, good job. Well done. Thank you so much, Ellen. So there's 8 different classes of weapons so far. I would like to also consider trying this. So that's what, like 220 plus another 100. That's like 320 damage. That's like 150 something, 151, 155, 355 I mean. So this is stronger in general. This has the electricity, which I don't think she likes electricity. But anyways, okay, you said, Shayla, you mentioned that it was fun to use like a spell type build. Let's take a look at the spells. The railgun's amazing. I love the railgun. Ethereal orb. That's an explosion. I just don't know how you can only equip one at a time, which kind of sucks. That's a high sync cost too. So you have to have that, and then you have to kind of spam your crystals to get your sync rate back up. Sorry, I'm so weird about having my items equipped a certain way. Stabilizer increases sync rate stability. Okay, so if I'm getting knocked around a little bit, that's fine. This is fine. Let's see what this magic does. How do I do magic again? Oh, that looks nasty. 1,300 damage, whereas everything else is doing like 500 damage. Alright, alright, alright. Try a Thunderhammer. Okay, try Thunderhammer. There was a Thunderhammer. Oh, I did see that. That was one of the not the seals. It was I did see that. At first I was like, what? No, I do remember seeing that. It's right here. Yeah, Lightning Hammer. That might be cool. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nasty. This is pretty much my doll to test it on, right? 1,300 damage. That's nasty. Okay, and then we probably want something fun to go with it. Holy Sword. So we'll go ahead and rest, and we'll go fight her again. A spirit build. So Inhuman, do you have any strategy tips for winning against her? Because I struggled against her as well. I'm sure you figured out. I changed my strategy so many times there. That's why it took me so many attempts. Normally, if it takes me a lot of attempts and I'm doing this one single strategy, it's just my execution. But here, I think the biggest problem was me just trying to either do like, I'm going to try and parry everything, or I'm going to try and dodge everything. And honestly, it's just a nice mix. So there's a few attacks that are really easy, and she telegraphs them, and those are the ones you want to parry. Whereas the other attacks, you want to just dodge and reposition. So more than anything, it's just trying to keep dodging to your right, so at an angle. So it'll be dodging to her left, because many of her strikes come from the left. She has her sword on that side as well, so she's obviously striking from that side. Even when she's dual wielding, she does tend to start off from that angle. Other than that, her lunge attacks, there's a lot of baits. So just don't fall for the baits. Recognize the bait maneuvers that she's doing and then dodge at the appropriate times. The one thing that gets me consistently is the spin. But if you move behind her and she does not reposition, if she's kind of holding her swords in her sheath, she's going to do the spin attack. So that's one thing there. But yeah, other than that, I think just a healthy balance of parries and then just dodging to her left, which would be to our right, and just repositioning to get those strikes in, and just don't get greedy. She can reposition really easily. So let's try and have some fun with a new weapon and do the Lightning Hammer. Matthias says, I did try Thunder Hammer. Didn't make a difference for me. I am Thor, son of Odin. Shayla, let's see. If I die using the hammer, I'm blaming you, okay? I am blaming you. Let's go for it. Oh, that was nasty. She got stunned, like hard. Like really hard. I should have parried that, for example. I should have parried that as well. Should have parried that. I lack the courage. Should have parried that. Well, Shayla, I think you might be onto something, my dear. that was amazing. That was amazing. Thor's hammer is the way to go. If you guys see, of course, obviously we're gaining a lot more stability and sync rate than, well, we have a lot more stability, but we're building a lot more sync rate because we're staying above like the 70%. So staying aggressive and then kind of synergizing, you kind of got to cycle through, as you could see. So using a ability like that is going to be incredibly overpowered. So all you need to do is have high enough sync rate so that whenever you hit your ability or you land your ability, if you get a stun, then you go for a bunch of melee strikes. That builds up your sync rate, then you just cycle through again. So your openings are going to be, you know, kind of, I'd say, designated for your abilities. And then if you get the stuns or just any additional chip damage to build your sync rate back up, that's going to be your melee. So that was absolutely amazing. That one was a lot of fun. And honestly, the hammer is just going to be a matter of, you know, I guess the best way to put it is that hammer is going to be something that I look for in the main game. But any ability, any spell you use, I guarantee you could probably use it in a similar fashion. Now, the hammer did have a stun after it connected, which was fantastic. Many of the other abilities may or may not have that, but it just kind of going to depend on how fast they cast. That's a pretty decent speed. It's about the same as a charged R2, so that was okay. Anything slower than that, I would have been completely melted. So, Shayla says, melted her health bar. Matthias says, GG's again. Matthias says, thanks for the tips. I'll try to utilize and incorporate them in my strategy and beat her. Truly appreciate it. No doubt, no doubt. Matthias says, oh, see, I wasn't as offensive and aggressive. I was playing more reactive and defensive. Makes sense. Yeah, you see how I was kind of just doing the same. All I did was replace the my regular charged R2s with the ability, and then I used the charge R2 when she was down to build up the sync rate. So Shayla says, yeah, I felt that being aggressive in the demo was well rewarded. No doubt. And that is definitely the way I like to play. So was there anything else? That's a lot of fun. It's a good game. Good demo. Good demo for sure. That was an excellent boss fight too. I really like that. So we played for about two hours. That was interesting. Okay, so we've got like another hour. So let's do something fun. Let's do something fun. That's not what I want to do. I meant to go here. Okay. There was a time we were like talking about every single game in the world I ever had, right? Or on PlayStation 5 anyways. Where did we leave? Timesia is pretty interesting, actually. But it's a mission-based game, and that was a little annoying because of that. It bothered me a bit. hopefully the whole game will be as good. You know, I didn't see any real issues with it. You know, like even how in Anotra we noticed some weird little bugs and things in the demo. We were like, hope they really fix those. Hope they really fix those. They addressed some of the minor issues, which is great. But there were some bigger things that happened at the launch. So here I didn't see any visual glitches. We had that weird audio glitch where I had no audio when she was slamming down. But that was the one time it did that. No other performance issues, I'd say, other than my own. So that was interesting. You guys saw this, right? Morbid, The Lords of Ire. That's a pretty fun game. I would like to get the full game, but it's like $50 or something stupid. So I'm like, yeah. It's more of like a $20 game. Like $19.99. So let's see. They came out with new DLC for this game. I don't know if I technically have the DLC. I haven't even started it yet. This is I'll play maybe on this channel we'll do it when I get like 10,000 subscribers or something. But I will have to be medicated to play that because there's lots of mice. Chronos is the prequel to Remnant from the Ashes, so I got the physical edition and everything. I'm a huge fan of the series. Sinking City is a Lovecraftian-inspired horror game. As you can tell, Cthulhu's in the back there. Everyone loves Cthulhu. He's probably the most recognized and probably one of the more popular ones, but there's a pantheon of older gods or elder gods or old ones or whatever the hell that... He's just a high priest. He's not actually like the main guy, you know, surprisingly. The Last Faith was really good. The Last Faith is definitely going to be a game that I play and do a 100% guide on in the future. I started it, and then I got mixed up with Liza P, and that just took over. Matthias says, I hope so too, and concur. Yeah, no doubt that this game will be... I think it'll be good. I don't think it's going to be like the best game ever, game of the year quality, but... It'll certainly be enjoyable, and I think it's going to be like a solid addition to the Souls-like genre. Matthias says, I got that game for my B-Day. Glad I didn't pay for it. Wait, Morbid? Oh, okay. I liked it. Especially the parry. The combat in that game, so much fun. I bet you'd be pissed if you played the first one. The first one's like a top-down, like hack and slash kind of thing, which I love the first one. The second one made it all 3D and like, you know, like regular kind of camera, like third person kind of camera, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't the most like visually appealing game or anything, but it was definitely fun. It looked like a PlayStation 2 game, but it played really solid. Sekiro, I know that's probably going to be one of my favorite Souls-likes, and I'm afraid it might even be better than Bloodborne, but I'm going to just table that for now. Haven't played it more than 30 minutes. Steel Rising I've beaten. I'd love to do a challenge run on Steel Rising. Certainly what I thought Lies of P was going to be like, because they were kind of advertised at the similar time, and then Steel Rising came out, and I was like, oh. And at the time, you only had one still image for Lies of P, and I was like, well, it's probably going to play just like this. And lo and behold, Lies of P is damn near indistinguishable from a FromSoft quality game, in my opinion. Absolutely love The Last Faith. It's good. It's really good. Matthias says, I did play the first one and beat it before Lords of... Oh, nice. It's good. Okay, so you did like it. I was going to say, if you didn't like the combat, I was like, that's a little bit... It's very... I don't know, it's hard to explain the combat on that one, but you pretty much have to hit and then run away, hit and then run away. It's kind of like old school combat. Like, you know, I guess it kind of lends to the retro look as well. Mortal Kombat 11. I haven't played Mortal Kombat in forever. Let alone 11. I don't know. I think I just have this in my collection. I don't know how. Probably just download it because of the PlayStation Plus or something. I'm not sure. This was a demo. It was okay, but the art style was so hard to distinguish. I couldn't tell the background from the foreground and all this other stuff. So I was like, it was really disorienting. And it's a roguelite, so it's kind of weird. The Quarry is cool. Death's Door is an awesome Metroidvania. Callisto Protocol is cool. I did a challenge on that one. Grand Theft Auto, I've never played this for more than a few minutes, but I'm not really a big fan. I liked 3. I ended at 3. Even San Andreas, I was like, nah, 3 was the way to go for me. Village is fun. Let's do this. I've never played this demo before, so... I've never played this demo, and I've been wanting to play this for freaking forever, and apparently it's like super epic, so... we're going to download the Final Fantasy XVI 16. Oh, you know the interesting thing? Like, so when I was younger, I was taught how to do... I was taught to learn different numbers from different like cultures and stuff. And here were the numbers. So the number systems. It was Roman numerals. It was Mayan. I don't know what they call them anymore. Mayan, whatever. And I should totally know because that's probably the closest to what I am. Like my whatever, my actual whatever self. And then and then there was Egyptian number system as well, which I don't remember what it's called. But you know how they use like hieroglyphics or whatever. They have a number system as well. And so they taught us how to add and subtract using all of these number systems, the Mayan little point system and the Roman numerals, and out of all of those three, it's so funny. I remember this one the most because it's just you just see it more often. You don't see Egyptian or ancient Egyptian number system, and you certainly don't see the Mayan numbers anywhere, like on billboards and stuff, right? So, but anyways, while we're waiting for this to load, the number or the size of the number matters, and then the order in which you place them, obviously matters as well. But like, so for example, if you have like an I and then I just call it an I. Clearly it's not an I, but if I had the I and then an X, you have the smaller number preceding a larger number. That means you subtract. So IX would be 9. But if I had XI, that would be 11. So like I is 1, the X is 10. So 1 or 10 minus 1 would be the 9. And then if you had XI, it'd be 10 plus 1. So if it's to the left of the number, you're subtracting it. If it's to the right, you're adding it. So XVI, that's 10 plus 5 plus 1. So that's 16. But if you had it in a different order, you'd be subtracting those numbers. So we learned how to do addition, subtraction, and then all the way up to multiplication and division. It was super complicated. Like some of those were pretty intense. But those are all number systems that I learned to use in my youth. Now, Roman numerals, I only remember how to add and subtract. I don't know how to do any of the other whatevers, but you know, stuff happens. Ruderax Hanma says, "You're live again?" I am alive. I'm alive and well, damn it. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. So yeah, so obviously, well, not obviously, because people don't know what the hell I am, and that's fine, but I have like roots, Mayan roots, and that's something that I recently discovered as a man, I suppose. Like when I was a boy, I didn't know that. I was like, okay, whatever. But I have like Mayan roots, and then obviously tons of like the Spanish. You know, they came over, did their thing. They conquered some indigenous folks, and that's why we speak Spanish. But anyways, so Mayan is where I'm tied to, because we always initially believed that we were tied to the Incans. Like my whole family, like, you know, going all the way back, they believed it was the Incans, and they had certain reasons for that. But then there was a recent discovery that they're like, no, actually, it's a Mayan. So I was like, oh wow, that's cool. The Doomsday people. Just kidding. No, Mayans are pretty cool. But anyways, I was always like, I hope it's Mayan or I hope it's Aztec, because I don't know, the Incans were cool. I mean, you know, water irrigation, you know, they had cool, you know, water systems and all that, irrigation, you know, that's cool. But Mayans and Aztecs, those were totally my favorite to learn about. Meet Your Maker, I've never played about. Resident Evil 4, I've played. I did the demo, but and it was good. The demo was really good. I have not played the remake. And Legend of Dragoon's excellent. Have it on Xbox, I think. Ninja Gaiden, all of them are amazing in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says. Ninja Gaiden 3 is pretty cool nonetheless. It's just hard, but not in like a way that the original games were. It's just hard in like you get one shot really easily, and that's kind of cheap. But the first two Ninja Gaiden games are amazing. Ninja Gaiden Black are probably the best in like ever, and one of my favorite games of all time. Then you had Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which was on the PlayStation version, and those were cool because they had additional content, but they did not play as well as the Xbox version, believe it or not. Evil Dead, I bet, are you not excited about this? Matthias, do you see this? You have to love this. And here I thought helping my son with Common Core math was complicated. That only solidifies that I despise math. You know, I was taught math in such a rigid way that later in life, like I realized that I'm actually am really good at math. I just do it a different way. Like I do certain computations in my head and other things way differently from other people. But as long as you get the right answer every single time, that's not a problem then, right? Rudirax Hanma says, actually, out here where I live, it was night in your previous stream where you did the Neo run, and now it's 8 in the morning. So I slept to your stream, and now I'm waking up to your stream. That's so funny. So you must be... Well, are you comfortable sharing with where you're at? If not, you don't have to. But if you are... if you're comfortable with sharing, I'd like to make a guess. If you're comfortable sharing, I'd like to make a guess on what area in the world you're watching from. Matthias Rain says the Doomsday people. Dude, they were smart. Mayans invented the number 0. So Mayans are badass. But hold on, Matthias, look. Evil Dead, the game. Is that any good? I wish I could like be like trailer, you know, without having to go to the store and search and all that junk. That looks interesting. Matthias says, I'm from India. Okay, that's what I was going to guess, because I do have another viewer. I have actually several viewers from India. And I know that you're like 11 hours back. And it's always 11, not back, I'm sorry, forward. It's always 11 hours difference, plus you switch to AM and PM. And that's how I always know. And in India, there is no daylight saving times or anything. Most of the world doesn't have that. Just us crazy Americans. So I always know it's 11 hours from a certain period of time. If not, in certain times of the year, it's 12 hours. So that's awesome. So Rudrex Hanma, I actually used to work in India years ago. I used to work in Chennai and Tamil Nadu, and then I worked in Gandhinagar as well in the north. So lots of fun. One of the best times of my life. One of the best times of my life. Matthias says, I was going to get that game Evil Dead, but it's actually like Dead by Daylight and only... Oh, I don't know. I was asking you. I don't know anything about it. Oh, yeah. I got the notification. We're ready to play this demo. You guys are probably like, dude, why are you just talking about your library and your lineage and heritage? But I'm like, because I'm proud, damn it. I'm proud that I'm Mayan. Where's the demo, bros? Let's just go to installed, right? I've heard this is like badass, so let's test it out. Rudrex Hanma says, didn't Aryabhata invent 0? I have no clue. I have no clue. I am not sure. Matthias says, Ghost of Tsushima, awesome game. I haven't played it. I'd love to see it though, at least. I may not play it. Realistically, I probably will never play it. This demo features several chapters of Final Fantasy XVI's first act. All saved progress can be carried. Oh, we hope you enjoy your time in Valestia. Brightness. Let's bump it up to 7. Voiceover, Japanese, clearly. Latin American Spanish. I wonder what that would sound like. Graphics performance, graphics. Visual alerts, no. We don't need that. Story focused or action focused. Begin the game equipped with several accessories that simplified gameplay. Begin the game with standard equipment. Yeah, like, come on. I mean, what? I just beat Bloodborne with a torch, bro. Like, don't demean me. Screen bright. Hey, I'm fine. I'm fine with all this. Who cares? People in India rarely watch or play Souls-like games. Indian content creators just push on the same basic lethargic games which little children can watch. Only a few creators can play such games. Yeah, and I can imagine that that's an excellent strategy because, you know, it's a good numbers game, you know? Children are excellent viewers, but in my opinion, only when it comes to like non-interact, like, you know, you don't want to be engaging with the whole, I don't know, I wouldn't want my viewer base to be primarily children under 18. That'd just be kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, it's a good way. A lot of people have grown fat off of that strategy. It is a decent strategy, but now there's more laws against it. So a lot of times you can't, your ad revenue is going to be severely impacted by the age of your audience. And if your primary demographic is children, you can't advertise to children legally in much of the world, so lots of restrictions around that. So yeah. Well, I'm glad that you do like Souls-like games, and you know what? That makes me happy. Matthias says, I can't wait for the sequel, Ghost of Yote. So excited for it, and definitely another day one play for me. Nice. What is happening exactly? There's like Balrog and Gandalf in his final form, and there's like, oh, there's a bird. Am I the bird? I am the bird. I need to turn this up. I'm not feeling it yet. Oh yeah. Now we're in. Oh, R1 to evade. Okay, I'm the Phoenix. Get his ass. Okay, we got him. Yeah. Is he gonna jump back up? Yeah. R1. You missed. So had this lasted like maybe 15 seconds or so, that would have been nice, but it just kind of kept going back and forth, so not as epic as I would have liked. I like the cutscene though, I like the graphics, looks beautiful. Okay. Ooh. Let me at him, let me punch him. Can I? Let me drive the boat. Whoa! Okay, I was gonna say, did he just crush me into that pot? No. We're just reminiscing. BRB, says Matthias. Rudrax Hummus says, now I've got to move along with the day. Have a great stream. You too, my friend. Have a great day. And hope to see you next time. Be safe and have fun. Have a great weekend. The Nisa Defile. The Dalmatian Republic. This reminds me of like Dragon's Dogma 2. The graphics are fantastic. Everybody's tatted up. Is that what we do in the Dalmatian Republic? Everybody gets tatted up? Face tats?
Both camps have begun to stir.
I don't like face tats, okay? That's my thing. It just looks ugh. To me. If anybody has them that's viewing, my bad. You're beautiful. In your own way. Why is everybody I guess it's a mark for the clan.
Our kind do not question orders.
You know, that's why it kind of bothered me when I was watching Alien vs. Predator, and the Predator ripped off the little alien finger or whatever and like used the acid to put a mark on the girl's face. I was like, nah, man. I would have been like, nope. I would have been like, you can mark my arm or my body, but you ain't gonna mark my face, bro. I don't like that. He could have easily marked her arm. But he just like, yeah, let's scar the face. So the game looks great from a visual standpoint. I want to see how it plays. That's like a very straight angle for the sword, you know? I kind of like it when it's it's not so straight and vertical, like when it's actually angled. Because I feel like you can kind of almost get a first strike out of that.
Wyvern.
My name's Wyvern?
You are key to this mission's success.
Code name. But that straight, you know, you'd have to like definitely unsheath it and then go for something, you know? Go for your first strike. But I'm sure he'll be just fine. Can I move?
I said focus, Wyvern.
Can't do anything. Okay. I can't. Whoa! Okay. Why is it getting so mad at me? Ka-ching.
All hell is about to break loose.
Oh, there's always time to look at a beautiful sunrise. Damn, that's a nice looking game. It does look very nice. Okay, I can't run. You want me to hurry, but I can't run. So I guess it's not that urgent. Lyle, or whatever his name was. Leonel, or whatever.
Time to move.
Alright, let's go. Tilt gently to walk. No thanks. We're going all in.
Just in time.
Oh, cool. I would just sit and watch, and then whoever's winning, go on their side. The Republican Army front... Oh! Front lines. Damn. Got the mage. Punched him. Punched him with the magic. Slice. They got the chocobo. What? That's what my character looked like in my Dragon's Dogma 2 Fists Only playthrough. They're using like ballistas to, or catapults or whatever. Yeah, catapults. Ballistas are the big arrow shooting things. I like this the rocks are blue. That looks a lot nicer than the regular like red burning rocks. Blue fire is way cooler, and apparently it's actually hotter, depending on the material that's burning. All right, can we get into that action? And be like, that side's getting defeated. Let me go here. This is the Zernitra stronghold.
Quickly, move! What do you mean you refuse?
I said what I said.
Your swords for our cause.
You know, I'm too pretty to fight.
Come now. Marshal, the King of Waloed is our guest.
He's grumpy.
And you have His Majesty's answer.
He's like, well, we're dead. Another round, please. Magic juice. She's vaping. Futuristic. Oh no, that's kind of old school actually. She's got the pipe like the Cruella de Vil has. What is happening here? This is an awkward silence.
Summoned us at all. Have you so little faith in your own men?
Yeah, they are getting destroyed by the barbarian
It was
dudes.
the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not?
Or is that another lie
Or am I mistaken?
woven by history?
Besides, you're dominant.
Well, you throw that big son bitch out there, that'd be good. He's huge. He could probably kill at
And
least,
when he does,
10, 15 people.
our knights would only get in the way.
Perhaps you have not heard, but the Iron Blood now have their own dominant. We would be fools to underestimate them. Bugger their knights.
They're all
What
smoking.
did you say?
And bucket. That's a bad word.
Should this citadel be allowed to fall, the capital will lie exposed. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board.
Why is nobody likes the old dude? That's funny.
Which just leaves me.
He's like, yeah, I'll go fight.
Blood will rule the day they set foot on Storm.
Until then,
This game is over.
is he gonna go Super Saiyan or what? He's big. He could definitely do something. Everybody smokes. Everybody smokes in Final Fantasy. It's like, hey, I saw the tough guy act.
You cock.
Benedict.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're trying to keep this
Take care.
family friendly now.
Does the lion take care when he chases the hare?
His head is as big as like her torso.
My love. You are a lion.
They're literally 2 feet away from the guards. Can we not do that? Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm afraid of a little frost.
Awkward.
But I
Matthias,
to warm me when I come home.
You came in at a strange time. She's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, thank you. Gosh, that was awkward. Awkward. Alright, can I kill something now? There's a lot of... For a demo, it's super heavy on the cutscenes, you know? Typically, they want to focus on the gameplay, but this is Final Fantasy, which is always very heavily story-driven. Also, it usually has pretty solid impact, solid gameplay as well, but we'll see. Oh. So I woke up this morning and my knee was all swollen, so that was cool. I'm gonna put some more ice on it later. I got donked up, man. Alright, jump. Oh, nice. No double jump, that's fine. Yeah. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's definitely like, look at the visuals. Look at our story. It's like, can I kill something? I got to kill Balrog a few times, but then he bit me and turned me into a pile of, like a campfire, so that kind of sucked. Matthias says, remember back in the day they actually cut smoking out of the original Resident Evil? The things they put now in video games compared to that. Oh, yeah, man. You can put all kinds of stuff now, which I don't mind, as long as it makes sense, you know? Like, I like when the context is there. But if it's just like for the sake of, let's see what we can get away with. That's cool when I was like 15, but like there was a lot of games like that. It was like, let's see how violent we can get. And there wasn't a lot of substance to it. Can I kill something? This is the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played, by the way. Well, aside from the one with Noctis, I played the demo for that too. Crystals. Looks cool. I mean, again, I bet the world building is fantastic, and the graphics, visuals, are just very, very good. But I want to fight something, man. Is that a chick? Yeah, it's a chick. She's like, nope. Yep. She looks cool. Oh, yep. She's like, that's how you actually do it. I want to fight him. He looks like somebody that I've beaten before. Uh-oh, sneeze. Sorry. That probably means I'll sneeze like 6 more times, okay? That was the sneeze from when I beat that guy in Neo earlier today. That was awesome. Love the shockwave. Again, cutscenes are all in-game graphics, as you can tell. It looks fantastic and all that stuff, but I want to play the demo. We're like 30 minutes in. Well, maybe 20 minutes in. And I played as a bird for 30 seconds. I think the demo should highlight the gameplay, the gameplay, the gameplay. Okay, quick time event? No, I just super fast dashed.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
I don't get to fight either, apparently, according to your rules. All right, follow this dude. Bless you. Thank you, Shayla. I was sneezing so bad this morning. Oh, where do I go? Okay. Matthias says, I think I mentioned this before, but I remember looking forward to a game coming out back in the day since I was a big Mortal Kombat and horror genre fan. But it never came out. I wonder why. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know they cussed in Final Fantasy. That's interesting. The camera shake. Oh my gosh. That is making me dizzy. Really? Okay. That was awkward. I guess you just have to run up against it. You don't even have to jump. It just automatically does it for you. It was too violent and controversial. The thrill kill that was supposed to rival Mortal Kombat. So this is TV and movies used to automatically be rated R if it showed someone smoking, no doubt. Now they rate things so it's very odd. It's kind of almost contradictory in certain instances, like what they can show. And even in children's shows and programs, the ratings, it would be like TVG, and they're talking about there's all these sexual innuendos, and it's just crazy. Oh, he's dead. Can I play the game, guys? Like, I really thought this was gonna be a. I heard like how amazing this was when the demo came out. I think the cutscenes and story is awesome, but it's like I want to play.
Wyvern.
More cutscenes.
I told you before, you do not get to die here.
Mm-hmm. That's what you keep saying. I'll never know if I don't get to play. Yeah, he's dead. That dude is dead. He's chop suey. Chop suey. Clive is the name of our character, I think. But they call him Wyvern. It's probably like his code name or something. Is that me young? It's like, this is the tutorial. Before you had muscles and facial hair. 13 summers earlier, year of the realm 860. Rosalith, the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. This looks like our combat tutorial, for goodness sakes.
Well, if you're not cut out to be a shield, there's always work for you in the stables. Unless, of course, you think you can defend your master while sat on your arse in a puddle of piss.
Arse.
I'm sure he'd find a way. My brother always looks after me. Right?
Yes.
Go on. You're sure to hit him eventually.
Don't give up now.
So I used to be sucky at fighting. Matthias says the game was called Thrill Kill. There was even a strategy guide in one of the video game magazines or a list of all the characters' moves and whatnot. I remember you saying that. I remember you saying that there was all this stuff that had been covered and yet the game never came out. Which is a dang shame. You know, part of what I want to do whenever I have the opportunity to like get incredibly YouTube rich is I'm going to revive some of these like passion projects of mine or series that have just died out because people are hypercritical and suck. And I want to bring some of these things back. Like I'll be like, I'll just fund it, and then you guys do whatever, and then I'll make sure it's not stupid. And I can't wait to be able to do that. That's like that's my next dream. So like dream number 1, full-time content creator. Dream number 2, or 1B, stay a content creator forever. Dream number 2, actually not 1B, but 2, would be to be able to make my own games, which I have like 3 ideas, 3 outlines that I have. Dream number 3 would be to then fund these projects like that, and more so in like the sense of video game preservation. And then I've always wanted to do like find a way to like have games like perceived in a positive way. It ties with like how I initially, like when I initially majored in all that. It was all like psychology and whatever else, but so, some sort of like therapeutic type gaming thing would be really cool. Like people that need help like getting back their motor skills, or people that have issues with social interactions, like building on all those skills, you know. And I think that would be really cool. Oh, shut up. I don't like, I feel like I can't, oh, I can lock on. You have to hold it, though. No, you don't. You just tap it. Okay. That's what was throwing me off. I was like, I'm not locked onto the guy. I thought the little reticule meant I was locked on. I think it just means that's an enemy threat that's nearby, so. But anyways, those are the projects and passions and dreams and goals that I have, so. To remain a content creator. To make games and be able to fund them on my own. And then to be able to fund like really cool projects and do a lot of efforts for video game preservation, and then in some way find a way to incorporate like therapeutic gaming in a way. And if somebody takes that, I will track you down to the ends of earth. It's probably gonna already be done, but a lot of my ideas get taken anyways, but I dare ya. Press R1 to evade. Ooh, that's weird. And then evading an attack at the precise moment it is dealt will temporarily slow the enemy. Okay, let's see. Huh. Okay, let's try that. That was really slow. Wait, can I? No, no, no. Let me try again.
Nice try.
Oh, that's cool.
Don't simply watch
Ow.
my movements. Read them.
Let's try again.
Come on.
I like that. Whoa! Okay, that was scary. I like that. It just feels weird. R1 as an evasive maneuver is a little different for me, but that's fine.
Quickness of thought and
Fleetness of foot.
indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal.
Quickness of
You're
mind.
not just any shield, are you?
Matthias says, but then somehow someone got the rights to copy thrill kills like mechanics or what have you, and the game was Wu-Tang or something like that back in the day. Oh, that's funny. So it became Wu-Tang instead of thrill kill.
I'm waiting.
Those goals and projects sound awesome. That's my, like, you know, I would be really happy if I could do most of those, but I would not be fulfilled until I do all of them. Those have been my goals for the longest time. Even before I started my channel, and I was like, I want to do this for the purpose of doing this full time, being able to, you know, be able to provide for my family and fund our lifestyle and standard of living and elevate our standard of living, doing what I love. So that's the thing that I want to work on next, that stability. The blessing of the Phoenix, but you know, it's baby steps before we get to all the bigger stuff. But the blessing of the Phoenix grants Clive the ability to perform feats of inhuman, inhuman strength, you say, and dexterity. Damn. Phoenix Shift is one such iconic feat. Press circle to swiftly close in on a distance target. Both melee and range attacks can be used while performing a Phoenix Shift. Oh. That was dope.
Fly at your foe before he can raise
Yeah.
his arm.
How did I miss? Oh, that's why. Because I'm pressing R1. We're not playing a Souls-like. So you have to press circle and then square, circle and triangle at the same time, or very close to each other, which is weird.
It may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000.
I don't like your
There's only one
scar.
way to ensure that you do not
It's not very trustworthy.
keep your wounds mended and your energies replenished. Speaking of
Can I
which,
just be locked on? Because I keep forgetting how to do that. L1.
Well, that won't do at all.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Use potions. Consumable items, blah, blah, blah. Consumables can be blah, blah, blah. How do I use them?
That'll have to do for now.
Let's top off.
They wouldn't let those scratches fester.
How are you blocking everything?
That's better. Battle is a succession of pivotal moments.
Okay, Obi-Wan.
Can be decided at a
Alright, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Reel it in,
Be
brother.
ready to utilize every tool at your disposal.
Let's do this. Can we spar for real now? I've been waiting to fight you for 25 minutes.
To ensure that you live to fight another day.
We live to play another day.
Practice. It's time for the test.
I'm ready.
Recovered from your soaking, I trust. You wouldn't want to kick a man while he's drowned.
I thought you'd never ask.
Come then, Lord Rosfield. Spar with me. If you believe yourself worthy to be called Shield of the Flame, then prove it.
Insults.
As you wish, my lord.
I won't let those register on your emotional level. I'll beat you with a level head.
How that, me boy? Make proof of your strength.
Oh, come on.
Go on, you're sure to beat him this time.
You can do it, Clive. Just stay calm.
Okay, I get it.
Nice try. Come on.
You're taking this seriously.
Keep going, Clyde.
His will's been broken. Hell yeah. Leaving him staggered. Use R2 and square to execute rising flames. I just did.
It's time I took my own advice and used all the tools at my disposal. Not quite.
Go on, Clive. Keep pressing.
Just a little more. We believe in you.
You're a damnably quick learner, Lord Rossfield.
I mean, that's pretty dope. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Negotiations were short. Hey, do you remember this one? I did a whole stream named off, and I think you mentioned, I don't remember if you acknowledged it or not though, but it was when I was doing, oh, you probably wasn't, because you were enthralled with Silent Hill too. But I did a Bloodborne 2 torch only run, and during that run, one of the episodes was, "Is that gasoline I smell?" One of my favorite lines from The Crow.
Including me.
Is that gasoline I smell?
What are you lot gawping at?
That was too funny. I love laughing at my own jokes. He's like, "What are you talking about?" "You're next." "Okay, please, can I just fight something for longer than 30 seconds? This is awesome, and if I like bought the game, I would be totally enthralled with it. But I wanna. It's a demo, so I want to demonstrate stuff. That's what the demo part comes from in the word. To demonstrate. Thanks, brother.
I was just tired. Phoenix's flames are a gift. I mustn't waste them.
It isn't a waste. My shields look after me. Why shouldn't I?
Oh god. Oh god. Here we go. Because you get all sick.
You shouldn't be outdoors.
You sickly little thing.
It's just a cold.
Don't push yourself.
See, that's the thing. Like when you use the powers, but it hurts you or makes you. I'm like, oh.
Father's back.
I'd be using them all the time. I'd be like, I'm gonna train myself to endure. Matthias says, "Oh man, I missed that. I would have instantly gotten that reference." That is one of my favorite parts. And then he throws the Molotov thing, and then like literally the next scene, like whoever the stuntman was, like he was 2 feet away from the explosion, and like his hair got blown back and everything. It was amazing. Is that gasoline I smell?
Your Grace, we live to serve.
I like whenever the detectives see what's his name? Not Fun Boy. Oh gosh, I don't remember what his name is. The black dude, he's you know, there's like the gang members. There's Fun Boy. I don't remember. They all have stupid names. They sound like raiders from Fallout 3. But whenever he kills the black dude with the knives, and then the detective's like, "Well, it looks like he stabbed all of his organs in alphabetical order." I was like, when I was little, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's insane." But then I was like, "Wait, how the hell did you figure that out?" Because like that'd be really hard to tell that you did that. Skank, that's right. That's right. It'd be really hard. I thought Skank was the one that's like, "I'm a little worm on a big hook." That's not Skank. I thought that was Skank. Fun Boy is like the one that's like, he's terrible and he's got the terrible teeth and all that. I thought Skank was the one that was. He's like real country. He's like, "I'm a little worm on a big hook."
Should join them.
That guy is terrible too, and I can't believe he lasts longest. He's annoying, but anyways, I thought it was really funny when they're like, "Yeah, it looks like he stabbed all the organs in alphabetical order," and I was like, "How the hell did they figure that out?" Because that'd be really hard to determine. Like you would have to probably take, you know, there's really only one way to tell, and that would be if the individual organs of your body go into rigor mortis, or you know, at a certain period of time. Like obviously there's like 2 different types of mortis, but the whole point is the blood starts coagulating, and then you can kind of tell from this period of time that's when the person died, kind of get an idea. Well, to tell like which organ was stabbed in which order, that would be very difficult to do. I don't even think that'd be possible, but I was like, that sounded so cool whenever he did it. But anyways,
Rise.
oh okay, you already knew. And then after that, I was always like, wait, can you... Tintin.
Thank you, Joshua.
Could be Tintin.
Well,
There's Fun... Isn't Fun Boy one of them? He's like, Fun Boy. Tintin and Skank. There's a fourth one. Tintin. I think it's Fun Boy. Skank. I just don't think. I guess Skank was the black. I don't remember.
You'll make a fine hound one day.
But anyways, great movie. Freaking love that movie. It's super 90s though. Super 90s. It could have. Yeah, it's definitely in the 90s, right? It's got to be a 90s movie. It was just fit that era, that little grungy, like, yeah, rock.
The capital rejoices at your safe return.
But also darkness and ass-kickery. All mixed together.
He's coming, my boy.
There was something else. Oh, Spawn. Do you remember Spawn? That was also a pretty great movie at the time. And when it came to the visuals, wow, they were just crazy. It had practical effects. The CGI at the time was just incredible. Now it looks terrible, but the cape, well, it just looked insanely good. But Spawn was also very interesting. I really liked that one. Fun Boy is the one loser that was with the girl's mom. That's Fun Boy. Yeah, Fun Boy's lame. Remember they swallowed bullets? Like they shot bullets. I was like, how the... I thought about that and I was like, wouldn't you die? I thought about that a lot. Like, you would die, right? If you swallowed a bullet like that? I'm way too skittish. I wouldn't do that anyways. But I was tempted at that age. I was like, I could take a shot and put a bullet in it. And I might be a badass. Should you find yourself lost, do not fret. Hold down L3 and trust in your animal instinct to point you in the right direction. Your current destination will be displayed with a beep. That's what it looks like. Oh, with a feather.
I'm not sure. I need to speak.
It's 72 yards away. Alright. How do I sprint again? But yeah, Spawn was really cool too. I'm a huge Spawn fan, more so back in the day, but still Spawn comics lined and covered my wall. Spawn was amazing. They had some of the best figures as well. The figurines were some of the best I'd ever seen. Todd McFarlane and his style was just incredible. At the time, he even got to take a stab at, like, there's Todd McFarlane variants of all kinds of creatures, including Venom, and I had a giant 18 inches of Venom. Now, it was like probably a 12-inch figure, and it was pretty sweet. I also had a Venom mask, a really expensive Venom mask that was like a Halloween mask. I used to love Venom. He was definitely one of my favorite characters. But yeah, Spawn was pretty awesome. I remember the Violator was like, I'm going to cut you into 50 pieces and send you to 50 states. John Leguizamo. Oh, man.
Stand, please.
I just want to kill some. May I stabbeth thee, or whoever ails thee. Spawn was great, though, for sure.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
Duchy. This makes me want to play Resident Evil Village.
As do we all, my lord.
Interesting thing about Resident Evil Village. I did a lore video, I think only like one at the time, because I was everywhere on my channel back then. But at the time, you know, everybody was... Everyone kind of liked the dude. He was kind of a fan favorite, so to speak, and he was fat, so that was cool. And he was kind of gross, but he was cool. And remember that the bosses were kind of referred to as like the lords, the four lords. Well, many people, because of how we've done lots of things and our connotation of the word lord, we're thinking, oh my gosh, that's like top notch. But in the rankings of like lords and dukes and all the other, you know, viscounts and barons and all those bastards, you've got lords are not very high up, and in fact a duke is significantly higher than a lord would be. So it was interesting that the duke not only had access and free reign throughout all the levels, and he was never harmed, but he also had plenty of goods, right? So that was very representative of his title as a duke, being higher ranked than the lords. So I had a theory that he was very much more important than we were led to believe. He wasn't just simply a merchant that replaced the "what are you buying" guy, you know, the "what are you selling" from Resident Evil 4. He was more important in that sense because his title was higher than the lords, which are the bosses that we were supposed to fight. So anyways, this spoiled the lore video for you guys, but go watch it anyways. You know, it's awesome. Oh, can I find something, please? Oh my god. I've never been so antsy to hurt something. What do I do? X? And then... Oh, I just have to hold it. Okay, I thought it was a timing thing. Can I fight the king? Matthias says, I've also failed, till now, to state a fact about myself that back in the day I was really a good artist, and I actually could draw the style of Spawn Comics and Todd McFarlane. My art teacher even suggested I become a tattoo artist because I was so good at drawing. Nice. I personally don't believe I'm very good at drawing. My wife is an artist, and she thinks that I'm good. I think she's just being nice, but back in the day I used to draw anime characters, and at the time, of course, Dragon Ball Z was probably the most popular anime. So I would draw, I'd get the magazines, and I would draw like the Super Saiyan versions of Goku and Vegeta and Cell and some of the greatest enemies in the different sagas. And I absolutely love those, and they look pretty good. But the drawings after you practice them are actually pretty simple. It's just the fact that they can put them in motion, that's beyond any skill that I would ever have. So I just think it's really nice to be able to animate something and make it move. Like, yes, you can. I always thought that was incredible. So that's why I was always a really big fan of anime. What you buying? What you selling? Yeah, I thought he was like, what are you buying? What are you selling? But yeah, what you buying? That's probably right. And I used to shoot him accidentally. One time I shot him with the Magnum. Because I was like, okay, boss fight, that was cool. Opened the door, I was like, oh my god. He's like, what are you buying? I was like, nothing. I didn't know it was not a bad guy, and I killed him. And that was really sad. Because I think after he's dead, he doesn't sell anything, or something happens, we have to interact with his box, or I don't remember, something weird. It's definitely a sort of penalty to killing him. And I remember I was like, oh, that's great. But that was really funny. That was on the good old GameCube, which in my opinion is still my favorite version of the game. The remakes, well, not the remakes, the remasters, they just didn't play as well in my opinion, but the GameCube version was fantastic. The remake is probably great, but I only played the demo, and the demo was super crispy, but there was a rat bigger than a damn dog, and I was like, nah, okay, no. It scared me so bad. Like, and I was not, like, I'm much more comfortable with rats because I played Bloodborne recently, and they had the ugliest rats I've ever seen in my life, and I killed like hundreds of them, and especially in the Chalice dungeon, so like I got my confidence up a little bit. But seeing that rat bastard and the Resident Evil 4 demo, that thing was huge. Like, I thought it was a raccoon at first, and it was a rat, and it freaked me out. What you buying? What you selling? Sir, can I find something at the Phoenix Gate? Or will we continue to speak endlessly? That sword is at such a strange angle. Goofy. You know, I think I wasn't able to find it last night, and also I was just so tired. But I would like to watch and find the Dead Space animated films. I'm sure they're on one of 20 streaming services we have.
That will be all. Rest well.
We ride at dawn. For tonight we dine in hell. Alright, first off, his hair is amazing. Okay, like the hair in Final Fantasy games, top notch. Press whatever to activate time lore. Okay, kind of like a journal entry. We'll give this a few more minutes. I really thought it was going to be more like ass kicking involved. People were like raving about the demo. I'm like, what? Like, you can tell it's going to be a good game, and it's very indicative that like everything is pointing towards quality and whatever. But how did I do the animal instinct? Like, where am I supposed to go? Oh, okay. My animal instinct didn't work. Matthias says, dude, speaking of GameCube, after I had bought all the Resident Evil remakes, all the GameCube remakes, my GameCube stopped working. I was so mad. Oh, that sucks. I do own most of the Resident Evil remakes, I believe, on GameCube, if I'm not mistaken. And I have beaten them as well. They're fantastic, man. So good. I have a lot of the originals too, honestly. I do have the original Resident Evil 2, 3, and Survivor. I have 4 for the GameCube, and actually the 4 for the GameCube I may not have. That could have been part of the one that was destroyed along with that half of my life all those years ago. I might have rebought it though in 2013. I don't remember. I should have. I tried to get back all of my collection, everything that I had. But there are some things I'm still lacking, because at the time, some of the collector's items started to increase in pricing exponentially, and then it only further worsened after and during 2019 and then COVID in particular. All these collectible items just shot up in price, and from 2-3 times with I'm sorry, 20 to 30 times their original value. It's shooting up to now in the thousands versus hundreds of dollars. So now they're just out of reach. And now you have bots that can essentially serve the scalpers to buy up all the collector's edition things. So those then get sold for 3 to 5 times the price. And the companies that make these products are just kind of feeding into that, unfortunately, that kind of culture. So it really sucks. So yeah, I think another one of my dreams, which is kind of like ties into the video game preservation thing, would of course be to start my collection back up. But I have to have lots of kind of like I have to have a lot of income or left over, but I am not in that position at all. Like, I need to get to a point where I can consistently feel like, yep, I can do this. This can be my job forever until my thumbs fall off. Then we can work on a little bit of collection, but mostly trying to create the new games before I die of old age, and then video game preservation, and then finding a way along any of the order would be fine, but finding a way to help people through gaming. But you can kind of do that at any point in time, but I'd like to establish like a foundation or something. Whoa, what is happening here? This is the most action I've seen all game.
Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
He's like, don't you dare.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe.
Don't you dare move my awesome bangs away.
Would long since have graced the gutter.
Matthias says, remember when Resident Evil 4 came out on GameCube, we get a chainsaw controller? Absolutely. Now that controller is hundreds of dollars. Remember one of the last things I was trying to procure while I was able to was a power glove, and I lost that bid. So that's one of the few things I don't have. I have nearly all of the consoles from all the way to 2nd generation and beyond. So I have I even have the Magnavox Odyssey in mint condition, closed in a box and everything. One of the few things I don't have, just because it was so common at the time, was an Xbox 360. I need an Xbox 360 as well. And I know how to troubleshoot most of these consoles, so I'd always get one console that I'd keep in mint condition, and then I'd get another one that I'd kind of use for playing purposes, and if I had to troubleshoot it, I would, I could fix the disc tray not loading and all those things. I had all these little tools that I would use to fix these different consoles, and you can modify some of them as well. The Sega Saturn can be modified pretty easily. The Super Nintendo can essentially play Famicom or Super Famicom games as well, with a very simple modification that can be done with anything. So I have a few that I use for those purposes as well, but they're all in boxes and storage and stuff right now. So I just hope that they're okay. Those are my prized possessions.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you.
That's a pretty moon. That is a red-ass star next to it. It could be a star. I doubt it's a star. It's probably a planet. Damn. She's praying real hard. So can you imagine the demo's like an hour, 2 hours, and
There's going to be another war.
So far I've probably played for 15 minutes. I was the Phoenix for like a minute and a half. I was the boy. Well, I was running for another 2 minutes for 2 sessions, so that's 4 plus. That's like 5 minutes already. I was in the tutorial getting my ass whipped by the wooden sword guy for another 5 minutes. That's 10 minutes of actual gameplay. And then probably another 2 to 3 minutes of walking around the village first and then chatting with people. Going inside the castle and then chatting with people. Going upstairs and then chatting with people. I couldn't imagine. Like, I think it's just because the name is so popular. It's like, oh, Final Fantasy, let's jump on it. That's fine. But damn, like a newer person to the genre and to the series or the franchise, like I'm a little disappointed. Like I think it's a quality game. You can it's very clear, but at the same time, I've had no hands-on experience with the game. I know how to do basic combat. I know how to walk and run, and I know how to check my inventory. It's like, or my map or whatever, my quest journal or whatever. It's like, that's it. I've been playing this shit for an hour. I love that scene. That's a beautiful scene, by the way. The moon with the red planet. It's probably retrograde Mercury or something, but still. Alas, not all games are created equally. But yeah, I would definitely have added more combat and action or whatever in the demo versus just purely cutscenes. You know, I've seen demos in the past too that cut out a lot of the dialogue and the cutscenes so you can get to the action. And then when the full game launches, you're then treated to the full, the full plethora of cutscenes and interactions you can now go to and interact with the different people in the village and the NPCs and all that. But they have not cut any of that out. Matthias says, the Power Glove. I remember that from back in the day. Did you ever see the movie with Fred Savage? What was it? The Wiz? About the kid that was really good at video games? I don't remember. I know I like Fred Savage quite a bit. Little Monsters was one of my favorite movies. And, of course, The Princess Bride. Those are probably some of my favorite childhood movies that are, like, kind of wholesome, you know? The Wiz is, like, not what I know The Wiz to be something entirely different. It's kind of the... It's like the Wizard of Oz, but it's done from a different perspective, and it's really cool. And it's got like Michael Jackson in it and all that, and it's really fun. It's definitely a classic as well. But The Wiz, that's how I know The Wiz. But I am not sure. There could be another movie called The Wiz, and that would make sense. Like kind of like, oh, The Wiz Kid. But The Wiz that I know is a Wizard of Oz kind of remake, if you will, retelling. From a different perspective, and I love it. It's got like Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow and all. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Matthias says, see, that's why I didn't get this game. Besides not even being a Final Fantasy fan, there's just too many dang cutscenes. I bet you it requires 150 gigs of system memory. Probably worse. I think the demo was either 40 to 60 gigs, so I'm gonna have to delete it. Jedi Survivor required 150 gigs to install. Holy balls, that's a lot. I'm waiting for the battle that is apparently right outside the gates. The hot gates. The numbers will mean nothing. We will smash them against Spartan steel. It's probably not The Wiz. I'll have to look it up. It's been forever since I've seen that movie. Yeah, The Wiz that I know is different than it could be though, because back then a lot of movies had the same titles, and someone was like, it's a horror movie, and it's like, no, this is just a happy movie. Like there'd be two different movies depending on, if you're familiar with it or not. I'm trying to remember which one was like that. Oh man, there's a bunch of crazy movies back then. I'm like, damn, they made me feel weird watching them. Thinking of the one was Pumpkinhead. The first one was just gruesome, man. Like, and being a kid and watching that, I felt so bad for the little bastard. And then he turned out evil. But then you're like, is he really evil? Or, or he just a product of his environment. And I felt really bad. But yeah, he was totally mistreated. And the way they took him out was so bad. Like, I felt so strange, like, watching that. I was like, oh man, like, that was a lot. And I was probably like 6 when that came out, so. But yeah, Pumpkinhead was gruesome. Oh my gosh. I just want to fight something and kick the ass of any creature.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins.
Goblins, yes, I'll do that. I'll take it. Can I fight a goblin? And then we'll end it. I want to kill something. I have to fight something for more than 5 seconds without a cutscene. Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, Oh, never mind. Okay. I thought it said thank you for playing for a second. I don't care. Let's just fight stuff. Alright. Let's do this. Square and triangle. That's all I got.
And who do you imagine would maintain it?
Wow, that's a hell of a recovery. The Phoenix Shift. What are these little butterflies?
The village of Stillwind is ahead. Not that there's a lot left of it.
Gosh, this game looks really nice. Finding items. Yes, finding items can be useful. Thank you. I've never played a video game before. Oh, come on. That's a goblin. So you hit them. Everybody knows this. Even you, young lord. Hence why after I beat Jedi Survivor, I deleted it, says Matthias. I was like, that's just too much dang space to be wasting a game I beat and just sitting there. I agree. You're going through fighting withdrawals. I'm dying over here. I'm exactly the same way. I'm just like, I'm stressed. Like I was like high on adrenaline. You know, I was like feeling really good. Coming off a very decisive victory with What's Her Nuts, the chick from the demo from AI Limit. See, that's cool. Use triangle after striking an opponent with square. Ooh. Yeah, we killed something. Yeah, uppercut, son. Punch. Okay. All right, that's it, guys. That's the demo. That is the demo.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
Where do we go? Where do I go? Here? That recovery is so slow. Like I couldn't imagine spamming that. How do you speedrun this game? You mash through all the cutscenes. I know that.
Welcome to Stillwind.
Have care, my lord.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry.
There's more.
Stab him again. Uppercut. Some enemies will drop gil or items upon their defeat. Loot is gathered automatically. Thank you. Okay, let's kill it. Another thing, like, it's a tutorial for people that have never played games before. And there was the cinematic mode. Can you imagine playing in cinematic mode? You would never touch the freaking controller. And all I'm doing is pressing square. There's like no skill involved. I'm like dodging to them, closing the distance. Oh, it's gonna be like, just press square to destroy breakable items. Nice. I don't care about the items. Fight stuff. This is ridiculous. This is the standard experience. If I chose the cinematic one, I would have literally lost my mind. Goblin Manager. Oh, Goblin Mugger. Even better. Are you sure about that? Camera, what the hell are you doing? Okay, R2. You're going through fighting withdrawals. If she has nuts, she might need a warning label. What's her nuts? I call everybody what's her nuts. Or what's his nuts. That's a term of endearment. Like, what the hell is your name again? Oh my gosh. Oh. Can I have a boss? A big goblin? It doesn't die in 3 hits. Oh. That was awesome. It wasn't you. Oh, maybe it was. Mage goblins. So kill those first. Got it. I mean. Whoa, language.
My lord. I'm working on it.
What do you want me to do? The mage is to the right. He's gonna blow the horn. It's gonna be a big one, hopefully. Ew, what does he have in his head? He's got a little sock on his head. Looks like a spleen that he fashioned as a hat.
Care to thin the herd?
I'm not fiddling with nobody. Nobody fiddles with me. Alright, he's dead. Now what do we do? Just kill this one now. Yeah! Kick him while he's down. Oh, never mind. Goblin Mugger. Goblin Weaver. Goblin Lover. Okay. Yeah, this is totally like a hack and slash kind of experience. There's not much. There's no stamina management, no nothing like that. So you just kind of like attack, attack, attack. Finally, okay.
Your feet, Sir Wade. Here it comes.
Ah. Yeah. There we got it.
That's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Enemies will become partially staggered when their will gauge is reduced to 50%, creating a short opening in which combinations are easily landed. Ah, my face! Let me at him, oh my gosh. Hitting them all the down. Completely reducing an enemy's will gauge will stagger it. Extra damage is dealt when an enemy is staggered, up to a maximum of 150%. Okay. Give him the nards. Balls. Not nice. And you're dead. Gygus is slain. He said, and you're dead. That was cool. Holy snakies, an actual fight. If you chose cinematic, you'd probably have fallen asleep. Yes, I almost did. They look more like gremlins than goblins. Evidently, I'm an expert. They're Yaguai. No, Magwai. Magwai, you mean? Somebody fed them after midnight and gave them some Wawa. He looks like a big rabbit, actually. Oh God! Don't be mean. You don't desecrate a dead body, okay? You honor the kill, man. Throw your sword.
Come back and fight, you coward!
It's gonna be like, oh.
Before he summons the rest.
Okay. I think that's an excellent stopping point. We're just about here going on 2.5 hours for our second stream. I am not sure if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. It really just depends on if I feel up to it. I've been doing 5 streams a week, and then we added some additional night streams this week, so certainly pretty exhausted. I also need to keep up with there's a few. I have to rebeat the demo for the first Berserker Kazan and the demo for AI Limit without my beautiful face in there, so I can actually do content on it on my main channel. So I will be doing that tomorrow morning at least, but we have some plans to, like, make a nice breakfast together and all that stuff. So I may or may not have time to stream tomorrow. If I do, it'll be a late night stream, and then I certainly will not stream on Sunday. I need to take a day off. And mostly Sundays are just used for me creating outlines and not really writing scripts, but I definitely do like kind of high level like thumbnails and things like that. But I don't want to do any actual thinking. I need to take a break. Monday I've got an appointment, so if I'm not late, then the stream will resume at 11 like normal, so we should be good to go. But aside from that, I just want to say thank you everybody for stopping by. You guys are awesome. We got through the AI limit, or AI breaker, or whatever, AI limit demo, which is really the key. This was just kind of going to be for fun, but yikes, I didn't realize how boring it was going to be coming off of a game that exciting. So anyways, you guys are awesome. I hope you have a great rest of your week or weekend. If I don't see you guys, I probably may stream tomorrow night, but if not, it'll be pushed to Monday. So you're getting your 5 streams a week, you know, at the very least. And we're doing night streams every week for the rest of the month. So you're going to be doubling up. We're getting all kinds of content out. But I do need to make sure not to neglect my main channel and focus on the lore while it's still relevant and important in the gaming realm. So first Berserker Kazan takes precedent, and then AI limit soon after that. So anyways, I hope you guys understand. Hope you guys are looking forward to that content. And as always, I just want to say thank you all so much for being the best part of my channel. You guys allow me to live my dream of becoming a full-time content creator, and you guys have made it reality every time you take a time out of your day to come join me. So it really does mean so much. You guys are so awesome. Anyways, please be safe. Please have a great rest of your weekend. And if I stream tomorrow, that'll be great. If not, we'll see. We'll do stream Monday, but I'll go ahead and do the normal sign out. So until next time, it's the Inhuman one signing out. Take care, Matthias. Take care, everybody else. Ellen, if you're still watching, y'all have a great weekend. Oh, awesome stream as always, dude. And absolutely GG's beating that boss in AI limit. You're better than me. No, I'm just a professional. I can say I'm a professional because definitely, technically that's the definition. But no, especially if you're able to beat Lore Breaker or Lore Dude as easy as you did, he destroyed me. So.